You find rock rolls around the world, but here in BC, and especially in Whistler, they're renowned for it. What are rock rolls though? Well, they're massive lumps of rock that you can roll down, you can jump into, you can jump out of, and once you get them dialed and you learn how to ride them, they can be heaps of fun. So, here's our guide on how to do just that. This is a great slab of rock that you can really build confidence on. You can see just how wide it is. You've got a multitude of options that you can actually build up from. And if you do get a little bit out of control, the back end starts to steer away from you and you're braking heavily. You can just release that brake, the bike will straighten up and you have a massive catch berm right at the bottom to hold you into the next section. So let's get to it. When you are riding these rock slabs, one of the most important things is to look ahead. Don't be looking down, look ahead and look for that berm so you can safely exit the trail. Over here, up here, hello! This rock roll looks pretty daunting, but with the correct body position, my weight right over the rear, shouldn't be a problem. Let's roll in, find out. My ass right over the rear wheel, and I'm just gonna roll down it. It's essential to keep your weight backwards on these big rock rolls. If you're too over the front, then you could risk when you come down a G-force or even just bottom out and you flip over the front handlebars, and you don't want that. When you're looking at line choice, some of the key factors that you want to have a think about are braking. Now, you want to be looking for a line where you can brake, you can slow down. There's not any direct features that you're going to have to change, do a hop for, or even change direction. You also want to think about a safe exit as well. If there's a big bottom out, a G-force, or even a rock garden, really just think about how you're going to control your speed coming into that exit. And of course, judge the conditions as well. Rocks can get slippery when they're wet. You don't want to go skidding down it out of control. Rock rolls can often be exceptionally blind, so line choice is key to get down them safely. This one, for example, here, it's got quite a mellow roll in, but then the second half of it is actually totally blind. It's quite steep as well, so I'm just going to walk down, take a look at it, and really decide where I want to go. So coming up to it and actually see that the rock is really grippy just by scrubbing my shoes on it. And then looking over the edge, I'm not only looking at where I'm going to be going, but I'm going to be looking at the exit as well. And see that there's braking points all the way down it, and get my body position right over the back wheel and just roll right down it, and the exit is quite clear as well. So I'm going to carry speed safely into the next section. So now that I've worked out where I'm going and I know that behind the rock roll is totally safe, I've got to realize that it's totally blind and I want to find a point, and I'm going to get into that section onto that safe line that I was talking about. So if you actually come right here, you can see this point, and I can just memorize that point, so when I roll in over the first rock roll, I can look for that, and that's going to get me down the smoothest line into the actual rock roll, and I'll get down the next section onto that safe line. One of the biggest factors when riding rock rolls is confidence and control as well. You'll actually be surprised just how slow you can creep down one of these. Just using both my brakes, using a bit of modulation just to roll right down the face of it. I've got my weight evenly distributed, and actually stop right here if I want to, and then carry on. I'm in complete control. It's all about modulating those brakes. If you do any heavy braking movements, and you're gonna find the back tire skips out and you're gonna lose control. So coming down into this rock roll, the hardest option is definitely to turn on the face of it and get into that next section, even though it is the most direct option. So how are you going to do that? You definitely want to come in a little bit slower. You want to get all your braking done nice and early. You do not want to be braking as you're turning, because what you're going to find is the tire just steps out away from you and that back end might just slide out. You're not going to have grip, and you could ultimately end up spinning around or just toppling off the bike, and then you can get into the next section safely, smoothly, and in the best possible condition. So there are some key tips about how you might go about tackling some rock rolls and also rock slabs. If you want to watch some more videos from GMBN, why don't you click just up there, and you're going to get 3 common mistakes when riding steep trails. And if you click down there, you're going to get to how to become more confident on your mountain bike. Don't forget to click on that globe to subscribe, and you get a great video every day of the week.